the daily reflections for September 11th, entitled Making Amends. Above all, we should try to be absolutely sure that we are not delaying because we are afraid. That's from the 12 Steps and 12 Traditions, page 87. To have courage to be unafraid are gifts of my recovery. These gifts empower me to ask for help and go forth in making my amends with dignity and humility. Making amends may require honesty that I sometimes feel I lack. Yet, with the help of God and the wisdom of others, I can reach within and find the strength to act. My amends may be accepted or not. Either way, once they are completed, I can walk with a sense of freedom. And know that, for today, I am responsible. You know, the crazy thing about making amends and being sincere about it, because I made an amends once to my wife. And it was a half-hearted amends. She got mad, and I said, was that not the amends that you were expecting? And let me tell you, that was the wrong thing to say. I was wanting to check a box and just get it out of the way because there was still a lot of resentment on my part with her and her behaviors. But just as a bit of advice, I know we're not supposed to give that, don't do that with your wife. What I love about this is there's a bunch of things in here about ego. These gifts empower me to ask for help, okay? Ask for help means I don't know something. Go forth in making my amends with dignity. Hold your head up high. And humility. Obviously, humility's kind of on the nose. We should try to be absolutely sure we're not delaying because we are afraid. And I think that ties into the last line. I am responsible. If I'm taking action, if I've done a thorough fourth and fifth step, if I understand myself, my tendencies, my instincts, my shadow self, from Jungian philosophy, no, psychology, that's it. If I understand how I tick, and I understand that I'm doing things that are counter to what my instincts are, or what my de facto behaviors are, I am responsible. I am no longer being run by the things that used to run my life, which is fear, ego, resentment. The whole thing is, to me, a bit of an exercise in humility. Making amends may require honesty. And I don't think that's put there just because it's like, oh, no. I think it's put there because that's going to land with most people. Making amends may require honesty. May require, which means that it's uncomfortable, which means we don't use honesty. Even the idea that it may require honesty is scary. That I sometimes feel I lack. I think that's also important too, because it doesn't say that I sometimes lack. It says that I sometimes feel I lack, which means feelings, to me, are kind of BS. What matters is action. So even though I feel like I might lack honesty, it doesn't mean I can't be honest, because it's a feeling. With the help of God and the wisdom of others, wisdom means experience, study and experience, I can reach within and find the strength to do it, strength to act. My amends may be accepted or not. Either way, once they are completed, I can walk with a sense of freedom. Because you did your part. And that serenity prayer, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change and courage to change the things I can. This is something we can change. We can't control what other people think or how they take something in. They may have their issues as well. But once we do what we can do, what we've been instructed to do, and even though they're just suggestions, I think you should jump right in with both feet. We're done. We're done. I mean, you can do a 10th step, and then you get to make an amends every day for something you may have done. But this is somewhat of, not the final step, but a final step in really moving forward because at this point we understand who we are from a negative standpoint. We've taken humility and asked God to remove our defects of character. Again, humility. And then we walk forward like we've been cured, at least for a daily basis. I love that they say, and know that for today, I am responsible. That's leading back to a bit of a maintenance. This needs to be done once. You don't clean the kitchen once and it's clean forever. You have to maintain it. There's always stuff going in and out. If you let it pile up for a few days, it's going to take longer to clean out. It's going to be more complicated to clean out. But if we do something every day, chances are it's going to maintain its cleanliness. Yeah, this is a really good one. Dignity, humility, seeking wisdom of others with the help of God, strength to act. Once they are completed, I can walk with a sense of freedom. I am responsible for that day. To have courage, to be unafraid are gifts of my recovery, which means I didn't have those before and I wouldn't have those without. If you're trying to get sober, please go to a meeting and get a sponsor. If you are sober, please go to a meeting and talk to your sponsor. Thanks for watching.